Ready? Go.
Hello,
Hi, guys.
welcome to Stellar Experiences StellarTalks. How are you? Who is here? Insal Hanold is here,
Hello.
as usual.
Yep.
Who else is here?
I guess it's been a while since we haven't been doing any English live streams, right?
Yeah, it has been a lot. I think Nico was the last guest.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. After that, we had some pause. After that, we had ourselves. Then here we are. This is actually going to be the last live stream for a while because we will be on summer holidays. Let's say it's not going to be like summer holidays, but as you may know, we are preparing some courses and new courses, and if the pandemic lets, during June, July, and August, we will have courses. That's why we are a little bit busy, and we will not be able to have these live broadcasts. Yeah.
Right. Gürol Murabit says hello. Hi.
Hello.
Görkem is here. Hi. Thank you, man.
Hello, Görkem. Sedat abi is here.
Abi is here. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Hope you
how's
guys
everybody
having a great evening.
Yeah.
Well, we are on the verge of a lockdown, so hope everyone's doing all right at that time.
Yeah. So today we have interesting guest from Slovenia, Jasa Rebula, and he's very young
and also very talented.
I'm not saying this as something negative. On the contrary, it's a big positive thing, and I think this astrophotography hobby is, spreading among young people like Yasha. So it's really good. So we will talk with him about astrophotography today, what he's doing and stuff like that. We don't have a specific topic, but of course you can ask anything you like at any time. So maybe we can start. By the way, John has some issues. He will try to join afterwards. So he's okay, but he has some
work to do.
Some stuff to take care. Then maybe let's start with the
intro.
Intro.
And
yeah, okay. Let's start.
Okay.
Hello everyone. Hi.
Yeah. So your name sounds like one of Turkish names, Yashar, but you're Yasha. So it's
actually a Russian name.
Oh, is it? So it's quite how to say easy to pronounce your name. Yeah. How are you?
I'm pretty good. Of course, a bit nervous, but I'll get used to it.
Yeah. So it's good to have you. I mentioned about you before the video, the intro video. So would you like to introduce yourself a bit?
Yeah, sure. So you already know my name. I am Yasha. I am 15 years old and I come from Slovenia. Unfortunately, I do my astrophotography on my roof. Luckily, it's flat, so there's no issues with setting up. I'm in Portal 5 to 6, I guess, maybe more to 6. But like the app says that I'm in Portal 5, but I don't think so because there's no Milky Way that everyone sees in Portal 5, and also I get some awful radiance from light pollution oftenly. Um, I started astrophotography in 2019, in the end of the year, let's say in October or November.
So
Then I got
it's been 2 years already.
Yeah.
1.5, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
And then I also got my first telescope, which is different than other people's first telescope because I went to the high focal length early. So I had 1,000 millimeter focal length Newt at home and a DSLR. But of course, then I started to dislike this huge focal lengths, and I moved to a small apochromatic refractor that I have ready for you. And after that, I was kind of worried that I'm not getting any detail like that I wanted to have on small targets. So now I want to get back to big focal lengths like an RC or something like that. But yeah, this is pretty much it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so nice to have you, Yasha. Actually, Yasha is a friend of mine from this group that I always mention in Instagram. I always forget the name.
You are
It is
constantly changing the name.
yeah, they are constantly changing the name, but it is still the Jedi Council for me. Astrophotography Jedi Council. That was my favorite name actually, but it is now the weather something.
I think it's weather complaints, so
Weather
astrophotography
complaints on
weather
us. Yeah,
complaints.
that's it. I always forget it. Yeah, so we are like now I think we are around 20 people, right? Maybe more.
Oh, I don't know. I never checked.
Yeah, yeah. But Yasha is one of the most active ones there. Yeah. So he is always talking, sending photos, asking questions, making comments and everything. So that's why he's really excited about astrophotography, and it's wonderful. Yasha, what was your first equipment? Actually, you mentioned a little, but can you tell us in details what did you buy and how your parents, reacted uh, when you said, "I'm going to start astrophotography" out of blue?
Yeah, so my first equipment was already an equatorial mount, so from Skywatcher EQ5. It's the old one, so it was still black in color. And of course, Skywatcher Newton, also the old one, so it was blue. And of course, and a DSLR, which was Canon 450D, which I still have on the shelf right there. It's dead. Otherwise, I would sell it because I don't use it anymore. And this is it. This is how I started doing photos. And of course, I wanted to get like automated as soon as possible. So um, connecting all the equipment to one computer and trying to just click one button and go to sleep or something, just do anything else, and then wake up with good data, which was not a good ending most of the times. Um, and yeah, the first thing I managed to connect with was my DSLR, so I could get like 5-minute exposures with my EQ5, which I was really impressed because I was overweighting the mount for a few kilograms and the mount wasn't even guiding. So I was impressed that I got like 5-minute subs with a DSLR and the data was pretty clean at the end. Of course, not as clean as the data I'm getting now, but it was workable back then. So this was my first gear, and about the parents, in the start they were very supportive and they still are. And when I told them that I would like to get into astrophotography, luckily I had a good teacher. Now I'm kind of his teacher, and he managed to.
How did it happen?
Yeah, he managed to get a deal somewhere near me for like the EQ5 and the Newton. I paid, I think, 800 euros. So this was at first, I, of course, started with the phone for a week or two, and then I got a good deal on the DSLR for $70 and this is when it all started. Yeah, I'm also, I think, because you mentioned how his teacher, it's probably because I'm spending my time outside every time it's clear. And
yeah, and he
gather
kind of stopped. Who is that, by the way? Do I know?
Probably not, because he's not really on social media. Maybe just Facebook, and he doesn't post astrophotography on Facebook either. So. But he's very well known in Slovenia, so this is quite good. What I wanted to say is that this is how it started.
Yeah. So what was your first target?
Moon, of course. Yeah. Basically, the spark of my astrophotography was on a camp, astrophotography camp or start party. And there was of course summer. So the summer targets were up, like Andromeda Galaxy and stuff like that. And I stayed up one night because back then I wasn't really interested in it. I just went on a camp with my friends for fun. And because we went hiking and stuff like that. And then one night I stayed up for like all night. Didn't sleep. And there was one group of them which had the exact same equipment as I did, and a full frame DSLR, just nuts. It was really good. And they were shooting Andromeda Galaxy, and the spiral arms that I saw were just like wow for me, and this is why I wanted to try it myself. So I convinced my parents to get me this telescope because I didn't have much money back then.
Yeah, most probably because you were 13 only.
Yeah, true. No, I was 14. Yeah, I was 14 back then. Yeah, still. And of course, when I got a telescope, I pointed at the moon, and yeah, I was impressed. They also said that if I want to get into photography with this setup, if I wouldn't get into photography ever, I could easily sell it because it was still in good shape. And I also did sell it a few months later when I got my apochromatic telescope and a new mount. So yeah, this is how I actually started.
Yeah, that's good. By the way, there are people saying good evening. Hello from Beirut. Rita is watching.
Hello, Rita.
Julian's Astro. I don't know. Julian's Astro is your friend.
I don't know. I have to check.
Yeah, Manolia. I think I know him. So Meral Aydın, my wife, says hi.
We have Vladimir Lenin.
Hello from Freddy.
Freddy Cosmos.
All say hi. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Hope everyone is fine.
Tuba
So we are
also says good evening.
Yeah.
Hi there.
So we are having Yasha tonight, and
Yeah,
Do you
I
have
know
any
Julian.
question?
I know Julian.
Yeah.
He's from the other group chat
Oh, okay.
on Instagram.
Do you have any questions, Okan? For Yasha. So let's see some of the photos that you prepared, Yasha. I think there is one first official photo of yours there, and you so this is your
This was my first equipment that I just talked about. So the black mount and the blue telescope, they're both old series because the new Skywatcher mounts are now white and the new telescopes are black.
Yeah.
I think, or yeah, I'm not sure. I think they're black.
Yeah, they are. They are. So this is the roof.
This is my roof. Yeah, it's quite big. It's
Yeah,
actually
you're
under it.
so
It's
lucky.
like the whole apartment down there. So this is a few meters from back and forth that are still placed. So I could have an observatory on it, but money is missing.
It's okay. So so can we see the slide too? I think it is the
This was a year after. No, this was the same year as I got into astrophotography. I managed to get myself my own, like from the start party. There was a lot of scopes, of course, and someone let me borrow his telescope, and I tried to shoot this. I was impressed then, but if I saw this from me now, I would probably just delete all the data because it's noisy and it's trailing and it's not it. But yeah, this was like the pretty good start for me, I guess. It was fully edited in Deep Sky Stacker, even the stretching, everything.
Yeah, which is like almost impossible to edit something in Deep Sky Stacker.
I was surprised that I didn't get any gradients or anything because the data was pretty clean. Or yeah, I think this was around 6 minutes of data. I was trying to polar align whole night and then star alignment for full night. Well, it was quite interesting to shoot this.
Yeah.
So, Okan, can you go on the fourth photo?
4.
Yeah, this one. So this is the Rosette Nebula. Some of you can recognize it. This is 2 hours from with a stock DSLR from my home with a big Newton. This was the first time I managed to get longer sub exposures than 1 minute. So this is 62-minute exposures without darks, lights, flats, anything. No lights were in there, sorry. And this wasn't even edited by me. This was processed by Bowen Cameron from New Zealand. And I think on phone actually. It was edited on phone, so quite impressive. And I just wanted to point it here because this is the point where my teacher asked that now I'm better than him and I should move this move my entertainment in astronomy more, and this is the photo that got me even more into it, and from then on I'm just trying to do the best I can for myself.
Yeah, Mustafa had some internet issues, so he'll be back soon. Okay. So so Bowen was your first teacher. If I Bowen, did you say Bowen or Oh, he just processed this photo. Okay. Uh-huh. Oh. So he kind of like pushed you into this hobby at the beginning. Yeah.
Extra hours for maths, logic, and physics, and astronomy. And one day he invited me on his lesson for astronomy, and he saw that I knew quite a lot of stuff. So yeah, this was the. Ooh. You lost my sound?
It should be alright now because Mustafa left. The software takes the sound from only one channel, and once he left, you got lost, and it should be alright now.
I am back, by the way.
Yeah, he's back. Okay, I'll just
good.
transition to that.
Thank you, chat. He, I don't know if you can hear it, but I'll just repeat it. This teacher, kind of, invited me in his lessons because he saw that I knew quite a lot of astronomy stuff. So this is how it all started in my astrophotography passion.
So, where do you see yourself in astrophotography in 5 years, Yasha? What do you think? Yeah, just make a wild guess.
Probably in Germany, hopefully. In telescope service shop, I'll help there, or maybe I don't know. I have no idea, to be honest. My kind of goal is to get to into telescope service or astro shop, just something related to astronomy, because this is the thing that it goes the best for me now. Yeah.
So you're also planning your studies on this, right?
Kind of, not yet, but yeah, I'll to be honest, I didn't think anything about my future into 5 years on, so I'll get to it in soon, or yeah.
So you're already Telescope Express brand ambassador or something.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah.
We already have 2 live streams. No,
yeah, I watched one of them.
Yeah, we had one, and the other one will be on Sunday. Probably without Jan, but we'll see before, so it should be good. But yeah, it's quite cool to be like an ambassador because we get some advantages, but I can't tell you this because it's top secret.
What's that?
Like my advantages of being an ambassador, I can't tell you guys because this is like a top secret.
Oh. Okay.
But yeah, this is.
Wow.
I don't even know how I became a brand ambassador. It was mostly luck, to be honest. I didn't plan to be one. So basically, I think that one day I commented on one of their posts on Instagram for making like the new series of EDPAs, apochromatic refractors. So they made this 94, and it was a triplet. And my 61 EDPH is a doublet, so I was quite sad that they didn't do a triplet of the 61 EDPH. But it actually did, but mine was a bit older version. So they came up to me, and I think they saw something like that I know quite a lot of their stuff in their shop, what's going on. So, and they saw that I am pretty commercial on Instagram. I'm mean, it's true. So they kind of invited me in being an ambassador.
Yeah.
Well, it's something great that you have a title of brand ambassador at that age, and like,
yeah,
and you have a lot more years to develop yourself and like get into a perfect place in astrophotography, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What is the type of deep sky objects you like to shoot? Are you a nebula person or are you a galaxy person? What are you?
What are you?
I'm basically everything that it isn't like I could do anything I want to, just that it isn't only so narrowband. I want some broadband data in there, even though it's like 12 hours of H alpha and then just 2 hours of broadband, just to see some of this dark nebulae, and I'll be happy. For example, in the past, I was like a narrowband guy. I was shooting with Allen hands, even though it was Newman. But then I got used to like it got boring.
Yeah, sometimes.
So and I also kind of don't know how to process narrowband data because I know one dude on Instagram. His name is Nick, and he does an incredible job with one-shot color camera and narrowband filters. I don't think he do much of broadband, but his narrowband work is amazing.
Yeah, I actually like narrowband also, but yeah, every once in a while, you just need to and want to see normal star colors. So
yeah, this is probably the reason I am in broadband because of the star colors.
Yeah.
The one thing that I don't like a lot about broadband in my light pollution is that it's 10 times noisier than the narrowband. Even though the narrowband lets in less light, I get cleaner results than with the broadband because I can expose longer because of the light pollution, and if I expose for too short, I get too many subs, and it's that's just not my personal taste.
Yeah. Every one of us, have a personal taste after a while, and it changes from time to time. Actually, sometimes it changes quite often. One day you like something, the next day you don't.
Yeah.
That's why you have like one setup for each kind of scenario, and it's kind of hard to like get all the stuff, all the equipment, all the gear you need.
Yeah, I wanted to get a star tracker someday soon for Milky Way, so for the summer and winter. Then I have this little telescope here for it's blurred. This one, it's the 6180 dph. It's a 275 millimeter focal length, so great for any kind of nebulae. And then I have my nude here. It's small. Wait, let me just grab it. Oh, here it is. It's small, but it's good for like galaxies because it's super sharp. It's 600 millimeters focal length, and it's super sharp, and I love it. So this one will be used for planetary nebulae and galaxies mostly.
Yeah.
Or some mosaics for Andromeda or something like that. Because even though the 6180 dph is super sharp with broadband too, but mosaic is always better for sharpness and resolution. So.
Yeah.
Also the star spikes. Also the star spikes on the Newton are lovely. Yeah. If you have like an open cluster, it does a special effect on it. Yeah.
So, GRT Observatory. Hello, guys. Hi,
This is another TS ambassador.
Okay.
Cool.
What was his name?
He's Torsten.
Torsten.
Okay. I think he was there. Yeah, I
He
think
was
he was
he was
the.
the one leading us.
Yeah. I remember. Hello, Torsten. Nice meeting you. Yeah. So, so if you have questions, please go on. I mean, the viewers, please don't hesitate to ask any questions. And what is your ultimate goal? I mean, is there an object, or is there, let's say,
Any
total
projects?
integration time, or any project that you would like to do?
Yeah, I have many goals, and one specific thing to do, like to achieve, is either an astrobeam picture of the day, or A-Pod 2 or A-Pod. Anything of these would be great. And the specific target that I want to shoot is basically anything that Strothner and Dirichler from Germany and French have discovered. They have discovered a lot of planetary nebulae, which are magnitude of 14 to 16, pretty dim.
Yeah.
I wanted to attempt one with a color camera, but I just gave up the first night because there was no signal and just noise everywhere. So with a monochrome camera, I think that would be easier and a good focal length for it. And kind of, yeah, these are my goals for now. Of course, I'll get some of those. Oh, and one of the things that I want to achieve is this astrophotographer of the year. This is gonna take a while, to be honest. Because there's so many good astrophotographers from all over the world, and a lot of people don't like my processing because most of the time I over process my photos because or the clouds come. Like we have the 2 week of clouds now, and I want to finish something as soon as possible, even though there's a lot of noise and not a lot of signal in there. I just try to process the images as far as I can without like that it still look good.
By the way, we have a question for Yasha, and Julian's asking, do you have any favorite image you have taken?
Yeah, I have put it on the slideshow that Othman has. It's the Orion Nebula.
Yeah, I
don't know the slide.
Is it the Orion?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. This one.
Yeah, this is the ultimate, the best one.
And you got Ep.13 notable with this one, right?
Not with this one, with the other edit, which was like bloody red all over it. I don't like it, and also the stars were quite messed up. But I think that this one right here, this one is pretty good, even though it's just 4 hours of data in Portal 6. I think I did a pretty good job. I could do an HDR on the core, to be honest. But otherwise, everything else looks good to me. And it's with the L Pro filter, so it boosted some of the red nebulae in the background. Like the MGC 1999, it's the one structure on the right. Yeah.
So I actually kind of know the answer, but I want to ask, what struggles you most during the post process or during astrophotography? I mean, shooting, calibrating and stacking, or post processing. What struggles you most?
During when I have the session, the thing that I struggle the most with are unpredicted clouds. Yeah, you know when you set up and you just click the button to start running, and then you go inside, and after 5 minutes you see PhD having a breakdown.
Bing, bing, bing.
Yeah,
bing.
exactly. This is the thing that bothers me the most, and during the session, the outside, or when I forget to check the focus. Yeah.
Yes.
when I forget to lock it in, and it just slips down because the camera is quite heavy and the
Yeah.
focus is bad. Not bad, but it can't hold that much without locking it. Yeah, I had that issue only once. Even though I locked it, the temperature changed a lot, so it just went out of
Yeah.
focus. The data was pretty good, so I was quite sad about it. But what can you do? And during post-processing is when
Noise reduction.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember one conversation between you and me. You were asking how the picture was. I think it was the Pinwheel Galaxy.
Probably.
Yeah, so I told you to go and do some real noise reduction, and you were like, "I'm too lazy to do it."
Yeah, I did a noise reduction camera raw filter. Yeah, I found a way to do like kind of okay noise reduction, but it's still, if someone from the good, like not the good, but the ones that are in astrophotography for a few years and work in picking set only, like Adam Block or somewhere, will see my noise reduction, how I do it, they would probably
kick you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Because
actually,
it's not good at all.
yeah, it's one of the, it's one of the tricky thing in astrophotography editing. Actually, you want to get rid of the noise because it looks so bad, but if you do it too much, then it looks so bad all again. So it is like it's not fun. It's not fun, I would say.
Yeah,
Noise reduction.
especially that high frequency noise. Like it has like grains, and if you do like the noise reduction in camera raw filter, you get like snowflakes all over the photo. If you know what I mean. Yeah.
So do you process in PixInsight from 0 to end, or?
Basically in PixInsight I do just a few stuff. Like I do most of the stuff, but still just a few. Because if we count all the layers in camera raw filter, then in Photoshop I do a lot more. But to be honest, in PixInsight I just do the background extraction. I stretch it, then add saturation because it looks a bit more natural than the Photoshop one. And you also have a few more curves like the RGB and the color one, so the R and G and B. And you have like hue and chrominance for color. And I also do color calibration in PixInsight for better stars and better nebulosity, I think, kind of. And I do star reduction in PixInsight without StarNet. I kind of want to do it with StarNet, but I never get a good result with it.
Yeah, star reduction is also very tricky, especially if you have lots of stars.
Yeah, like you had with
it is tricky. Yeah, so maybe you also. I started using Adam Block's star de-emphasis, the star de-emphasizer technique. So it works really, really good, especially for crowded star fields.
Yeah, I use the morphological transformation and star mask, and it works quite well, but the stars lose their shape.
Yeah.
Quite quickly. So I just try to not stretch the data too much, so the stars are still like normal size, if you can say like that. Yeah, this, and in Photoshop, I do basically if I can't do a proper background neutralization PixInsight, I just play with the layers in no the layers, the levels in Photoshop. I do the color sample tool and then just drag the layers so the blue one is a bit higher than the red and green because it's kind of more aesthetic to have a bit more bluish background, to be honest, in my opinion. And of course the camera raw filter with all the sliders I can use. Mostly I use, to be for color noise reduction, this camera raw filter is quite good. I think that even better than in PixInsight because it's also easier. And
I totally disagree.
Yeah, I never get to get a good result with PixInsight color noise reduction. So the Photoshop just works well for me. And of course, I like the highlights in Photoshop camera raw filter. So if you have like a bright target, like I had the Orion Nebula, you just drag the highlights down and you kind of get a better result. Of course, I did the HDR multi-scale medium transfer, so the core is kind of better. And then just highlights to get all the core kind of okay through all the field, like the whole Orion Nebula to get flattened in light. Yeah. And of course, there's also one thing that I use for kind of a bit of a star reduction and a bit of a noise reduction, which is to drag down the texture and bring up the clarity. So you kind of get smaller stars and a bit less noise because you smoothen the photo everywhere. And then you drag up the clarity to get the detail back and to just to get the detail back and a bit more contrast all over the photo. So this is basically it. And then, of course, because my computer isn't calibrated properly with my phone, I have to play with the same sliders in Lightroom Mobile to post it anywhere I want to. Because most of the people watch this social media on their phone, and they all process on computers. So it's kind of okay to process the final image, like just the final adjustment, the colors and a bit of sliders if it's too dark or too bright.
Just to match the colors and the brightness on both screens.
Exactly. And then if I want to, because I noticed that if you post on Facebook via phone, it'll get you'll lose some of the resolution. You'll get like pixels visible. So if you transfer the photo back again to the computer and post it on Facebook, it's okay then.
Well,
the resolution stays.
About Facebook, there is one issue. Like you have the long edge with the 2048 pixels, so you need to adjust the image size for that, and once you do that, the sharpness looks okay, because if you don't do that, it goes for another compression on Facebook. It just processes it and you have a pixel like pixelated and unsharpened image on Facebook. So
exactly.
So did you do anything with Comet Neowise? I don't remember.
I did, but from my home, the view on north, like the low north, is locked. Like I can see the low north, and so for the shots I made, one was made in the star party that I mentioned before when I got to astrophotography. I went there with my teacher and we shot the comet. And the other was one of the darkest sides in Slovenia, and which has everything open. So the south, north, east, and west are all open. So me and my friend shot that with the Space Cat and my camera. But that night was, I think we had more issues than success that night, because for some reason my camera started to debayar in GBRG, not the RGB, and the photo was flipped, like mirrored. So like if I shot with the Rasa, Even though I was with an achromatic refractor, and we both forgot our guide cameras, so no dithering. This was just a mess. We couldn't do anything special that night.
Apart from Comet Neowise, I just realized you have another Comet photo on the slides. Would you like to talk
Yeah,
about
you can show it.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. So
I guess this is a recent Comet. It is around at night.
Yeah, I shot it. I haven't even posted it yet. I shot it a few days ago. This is Comet R2020. No, it's a C2020 R4. Right now is in boots. I don't know how to say it.
Boots. Yeah.
Yeah, boots. This one was quite a challenge for me because it was super fast. In 4 hours, it traveled my whole field of view with 600 millimeters focal length. So if any of you want to attempt it, just get a wide angle lens because you can see how big it is. Actually, in my subs, I saw just the core, nothing else. And then with stacking and processing, you get all the outer stuff. I think it's dust tail or coma, something of it. This actually I also made a better process of it, but just after I submitted it to you. It's just the star edit because I think I kept this one too.
Yeah. So did you reject the stars?
Yep,
star trails in this one? It's not rejected, right?
It is rejected.
If I may. Yeah, this. I didn't do StarNet or anything. I just when I stacked it in PixInsight, I used the Windsort Kappa Sigma clipping. So it got rid of the stars. But to be honest, I like the star edit better. And if I can share my.
You mean the star trails?
Yeah, kind of. It has the star trails, but if let me just.
You can share your screen, Race.
Yeah, let me just get it because I only have it on my phone. There we go.
Okay.
This was the mistake that I did. That I didn't save the photo on my laptop, just on my phone. Let me just come on. There we go. Okay, then we click on this. Let me just see if it's here. Okay, so this one, close, and yeah, here it is. So here is the comet with stars, and
just a second. Okay.
Come on. You can see it's quite big of a. I cropped it a lot. This is like one quarter of the whole frame of mine. But others were just bad background because the comment was quite fast. And also the stars here, you can see that they're quite messed up. That's I don't know why. I have no idea why. But the main thing that is here is just the comet, nothing else.
Yeah.
I tried also just the star stacking, if I could maybe get any galaxies in there, but no luck with that. So this is. I'll post this on Instagram in a few days. Just yeah. So this is it. Just stop sharing. I think I. Okay, good. This is this comet, and I also shot another one a few months ago. It was the 165p Russell linear that I don't have on my PC, I think. If I would, I could share it. Let me just see. I don't think I have it, to be honest. No, I don't. I do, but just not the comment stack. Just a blurred out photo of the comment, so it doesn't really matter. This is 8 for the comet, and wait, I think I have some other photos on. Wait a second, let me see. Can you go on the second photo?
Yeah, for sure. I guess this is
no, I mean on the. Wait a second, this is something. Okay, never mind. Can you go on the veil? If it's there, even.
I think it's not
sure.
there.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can share your screen again.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Wheel Nebula, right?
Yep. This was the thing me and my friend captured the same day as the Neowise, but of course unguided, and yeah, this is HOORGB. This is just 2 hours of data. And you can
Only
see
2 hours.
Yeah, and you can see it's the dark side, so this is the thing that helped a lot. And you can see how it's like mirrored for some reason. And also, but because of 2 hours, there's a lot of noise reduction and not a lot of detail. It was also trailing, so it was basically as a test to the camera and the scope. Yeah, this is it for the veil. Oh, also, when I sold my 94 MC Pro camera. It's a cool dedicated astro camera. So luckily we didn't have any good weather incoming, and I won't post much. And when I will, it'll probably be with the monochrome camera that I'll get. And the monochrome camera is just a bit too tiny to fit the whole Veil Nebula in there, so I have to do a mosaic.
So what mono camera you're getting?
Probably the 1600. Or if I somehow get a lot of money from nowhere, I will get the 294 Pro, because the sensor is so good. Just the thing that bothers me is their issues, because with the H alpha filter, you can get gradients that you can't remove, and it has some banding if the camera is bad. And some of the I know one guy that bought 2 of these cameras. You know him, Mustafa. He's you know Reg, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he had these 2 of these cameras, and he returned both because they're both faulty.
Yeah.
But I know one guy that got a good one, so I'll see. It's more like a lottery than
294, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
But the main goal right now is the 1600 Pro, because it's still a very good camera, even though it has micro lensing. I'll just have to get used to it, or find or clone stamp it out as something. Just it doesn't bother me too much, like it does other people. So this is all, I think.
Yeah.
There's still some photos, but I think I messed up with the slides. That doesn't matter.
It's all good. Problems.
It's okay.
Do we have any questions from the viewers?
It's shame 9 person
only watching.
It's shame. What happened? We were like 30. So looks like we don't have questions. So is there anything that you want to mention, Yasha?
Yeah, I can talk a bit of my scopes. I think.
Yeah.
Even though I did some. So this was my second telescope ever. It's the 6180ph from Telescope Service. This is a doublet version, but they do triplets too. So it's the one thing that bothers me about this type of a telescope is the Radian Raptor 61 because it's the same, basically the same, just 400 euros more expensive and looks kind of better. That's all.
Yeah.
But the image quality will be the same, so I don't see why people still buy it. Because I know that the Sharpstar also makes those, and they're pretty much the same because TS just rebrands everything. Like this one, was rebranded. And the sharpness will be the same with the Raptor, and this one, the quality of the photo will be the same. Basically everything, just the color. That's all. And that the Astro Beckert branded it. This is the 61. Also, it has a cool thing right here, where you can unlock the. This is actually the reducer that I'm screwing right now. And this is the flattener here.
So it is actually a duplet, and you make it triplet with the.
No. This is just the flattener. So it's a 3-element flattener, and up here it's a doublet glass. Therefore, it's a fifth. It's a quintuplet telescope, but the stars are still as a doublet. And this right here is a reducer. And in here it has a cool thing where you can insert a filter in there. I don't know if you can see it, but it has like you can screw on any filter, 2-inch or 1.2 inch with a how can I say it's like a mount for the filter. So from 2-inch to
adapter.
Yeah, this one. And of course you can unscrew basically everything. I can put off the flattener. And you can also put these two parts apart, and these two parts apart, and these two parts apart. So basically you can just put it apart anywhere you want. If you have like a dust speck or anything, you can just open it up and clean it, and then put it back together, because it's not that hard after all. This is for the 61. I haven't used this scope for a while now because I have the Newton here and it's galaxy season.
That looks like a very, very nice beginner telescope.
Yeah, it absolutely is. It's also not that expensive. Well, it is for someone that is getting into astrophotography, but you'll get used to it. It's 800 euros. And it's a triplet, so this one is 800 with a doublet, sadly. Yeah.
Also, it's kind of a compact one.
If
you do like travel and do deep sky and you go to dark skies, it's easy to carry with you all the time.
Yeah.
You can see my hat. Like I have a normal size hat, and it's pretty much the same size. And it's also not that heavy. So
and you can use it with small trackers like
I just wanted to say that it's super light, and you can use it on a Star Adventurer Pro or Ioptron Skyguider.
Exactly.
Like literally anything. The thing that I have the issue now is that I can only put it on EQ6R, which is a.
It looks a bit funny.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's a huge one. Oh, by the way, Jay says hi, as Julian mentioned, and because he doesn't have an account, he can't join the chat.
You can say hi back to him. He's on the same group chat as you, and he's so we have like under 18 group chat, and we talk about astronomy there. This was my also I have an autofocuser for it, but I put it down because
autofocuser from
from Deep Sky Dead.
Okay. Yeah.
I have two autofocusers at home. One is custom, so I can use it on any telescope I want to, and one is especially for this one, because when I got a monochrome camera with this telescope, it'll be amazing. So also the pixel size is matching with any telescope. Just with the, I'm planning on getting an RC, so 2000 millimeters focal length, and I just can like beam 2.2, 2 by 2, and the pixel size will come back. And here, right, is my Newton. This is quite a bit bigger. Also from the TS, so telescope service.
Yeah.
Right here you can see the autofocuser. It's from Deep Sky Dead and it's fully automated.
Yeah.
Then the focuser is of course Crayford, like the usual focusers. There's only one thing I don't like about this telescope, and it's of course it's quite known for the Newtonians, but the light leak on this one was insanely bad. So I had to buy an extra light protection. It goes quite well because you can. It has a string. Wait, I just get it. There we go. It has a string, so you can put it on the ring holders for the dovetail that comes on the mount, and it protects the primary mirror from the light from out there. And this telescope also scared me a lot because I thought that my camera was faulty when I saw the light leak with the L-Extreme filter, because it's known for the 294 series that it has issues with H-alpha filters. I had the L-Extreme, which is 7 nanometers of H-alpha and 7 nanometers of O3. So I had like horrible gradients because I didn't have this light protection on it. And I thought that my camera is bad, so I almost sent it back to telescope service. But then the same day I got the light protection, I put it on and tested it, and it was great. So that's the one thing. And the second thing that I don't quite like is that the focuser, this one is so much on the middle of the telescope. So for astrophotography with Newtons, it's quite good to have the camera upside down, so that I rotate this whole thing for 90 degrees, so the camera is down, and it helps with balancing on RA axis, and also with the focuser. I don't know how, but I guess it helps. And it also looks better because when you wake up and you have like the telescope outside and you see a camera just somewhere out of the telescope, you get scared sometimes because but yeah, this is pretty much it. Also collimation with that everyone says it's so hard, even though it's not. I don't even have to collimate anymore because I think I got that point where the mirrors don't move too much anymore, so I just had to check, and I moved one screw just a bit to fix the collimation. That's all. And I've seen a lot of good results with this telescope.
Yeah, it is a good thing that you don't need to move the telescope, or you don't carry, or you don't have to drive the telescope. So that will help keeping the collimation nicely.
Yeah.
If you were driving somewhere, then on a bumpy road, you would have to do the collimation all the time. So you are lucky having that roof, actually.
Yeah, if I wouldn't have roof, I would probably just go in the backyard. It's also quite big, but there's a light shining on it, so I don't know how that would work. This is the TS Photon. Also, the cool thing about it is that it's super fast. With a corrector that I have, it's a 0.95. That means that my f ratio is 3.8.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah, with a Newton. Yeah, this is quite incredible.
Yeah, that's quite fast.
The light comes in super fast, and it's great to work with such a cool device like this is.
Yeah.
Even the Ep.13 refactor rate here is f4.5, also quite fast. But there's a difference between the Newton and the APO, because this f0.8 difference is noticeable when you have like data. Because also this one, the Newton will pick up a lot more of the light pollution, so the data is super noisy.
Yeah.
To be honest, you know that you don't have to stretch the globular clusters a lot, right? But I had to do a lot of noise reduction on it. Even though I didn't stretch it much, I had to do a lot of noise reduction on a star cluster just to get the background look okay. Yeah, this is it. Unfortunately, I don't have my camera to show you the 294 because the postman just picked it up today.
Yeah.
It's on the way to the United Kingdom, and hopefully the new owner will like it. But I can show you. Yeah, this is all I have now. Also the mount, but it's a bit heavy and.
Yeah. That's okay.
That's all I got. And for white astrophotography, I use my Nikon the same as you have.
Yeah,
5300. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And but I don't see much photos from you on that QA photos.
Because of the
partial lockdown situation. Yes.
No, I have the 294, so I only have one mount, so I can use one camera per time. And I have one edit on my phone that I used. Like I got the integrated flux nebula near M82 and M81, but I don't like the edit. Even though I edited like 5 times already, there's still something missing. I have no idea why and how to change that.
Keep doing it. It's not an easy target. Trust me.
I know.
Yeah,
it's mostly because of the noise, because of the Portal 6 and the stock DSLR, and the moon was quite big, so I guess I shouldn't stretch so much as I do with the 294. And then the result will be better, hopefully.
So do you do MLT noise reduction before stretching?
No, I do the camera raw filter noise reduction.
Yeah, you should learn how to do MLT noise reduction before you stretch in PixInsight.
Before
it helps a lot.
Before stretching.
Yeah, because you're also stretching noise as well once you do stretching.
Yeah. Okay.
It's linear denoising, so it helps a lot. Yeah, maybe I can show you one day.
Is there a tutorial somewhere on the YouTube?
Oh, there should be lots of tutorials.
What's it called? MLT.
MLT, multi-scale linear transform.
Oh yeah, I got it already. Okay.
Yeah. Cool. So that's important before you stretch your data. You make the noise reduction, so you wouldn't stretch the noise also. And you go 2 iterations on that. One for luminance noise, one for chrominance noise. You were saying that Adobe Camera Raw is good for chrominance noise, but wait till you try what I'm talking about.
So linear data.
Yeah. So you have to make it's easy actually. You have to make one luminance mask and invert the mask and do some layers of noise reduction. You will get used to it after a while, because if you are using the same camera all the time, and if you are using it at the same place, you will get used to the noise profile of the camera. So you will know how much you will have to go with it. So you have to be careful. You shouldn't go crazy first, but it will help a lot. Trust me. I'll show you one day.
Okay. And also, isn't what about the John Reese noise reduction? I've heard it's good, but I was searching for tutorials on YouTube, but none of them was really didn't show me what to actually do with noise reduction.
I don't know. I've never seen it. I've never seen it. So
they were talking in the group once of the noise reduction. I don't know.
Yeah, because there's a big time difference between the US guys and us. Because when we are sleeping, they are awake. When they are sleeping, we are awake. So most of the time we miss some stuff on the group.
Cats, currently cats.
Yeah, currently cats. And I'm sure no one is watching.
What can you do about it?
Yeah. Anyways. Meral says, congratulations, Yasha. I'm sure we will see your much better photos. She's my wife. She's congratulating you. Thanks to her.
That's an honor.
Yeah. If you have questions, we can have questions. Or do you have any questions, Okan? We can slowly end. It's already 1.25 hours. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like no questions.
It's fine.
Is there anything else would you like to mention at the end, Yasha?
Yeah, thank you everyone for watching.
Cool.
Yeah, we can go a little bit moody in the chat in our group, Yasha.
Oh yeah, sure. I'm just having fun.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks for joining, Yasha. It was a pleasure to talk to you.
It was also great to have you here with the live stream, man.
Thank you. It was nice having you too. It was, of course, a one step further for my live streams to get less nervous.
Yeah, actually, you were not.
Yeah.
I remember the one with Yes. You were super nervous.
Yeah, I was always just. It's getting better, that's for sure.
You'll get used to it once you start doing it again and again.
For sure.
Thanks a lot for joining.
Thanks everyone for watching us tonight.
Yeah, for watching. Please don't forget to like and comment.
And share.
And share, yeah, please. Like we said, we will not be doing these live streams for a while. But we, maybe sometimes we can do some,
quick live streams on Instagram or somewhere else. Maybe on YouTube even. I don't know.
Yeah. Astro Carpets is here.
Oh, hi, man.
Yeah. Petya, it's your brother, I guess.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot for watching. Have a great evening and stay safe and stay healthy, I would say. Good night.
All right.